Okay, so the first thing I'm going to be using is Revlon Color Stay foundation in the color in 180 Sand Beige, and this is for normal to dry skin, and I'm going to apply it with my Sigma Kabuki F180, I think it is. Yeah. Okay, don't mind this clip thing because I couldn't find a bobby pin. But next, after the foundation is done, I'm going to be applying Benefit Erase Paste in the color medium just to cancel out the bluer tones in my inner corner of my eye. Next, I'm going to take my L'Oreal True Match, what's it called? Crayon corrector in the color W123, and I'm just gonna, I don't really have that much left, so I'm just taking my pinky, and I usually get like these little red spots by my eyes, so I'm just gonna apply it there just to cancel those out. Next, I'm gonna go in with some translucent powder. This is the e.l.f. High Definition powder, and basically it's like super fine milled powder. It's almost exactly like the Makeup Forever HD powder. So I'm just going to be applying this with a puff, and I'm just going to be packing it like all over my face just to get like a super matte finish. And then I'm going to dust the rest off. So it's going to look kind of white at first, but I'm going to be dusting the rest off later. So I know I look pretty crazy, but I'm gonna be taking this applicator again, and then I'm just gonna squish it like that. Take some of the powder and pack it under my eyes so that it'll set the concealer. But I'm also purposely putting it on loosely and not really like swiping it over, because this will catch any fallout that the eyeshadow leaves, so that when you're done with your eyeshadow, you can just wipe away the powder and also the eyeshadow. Alright, so to wipe away this powder, I'm just going to be using a Sonia Kashuk powder brush, and I'm just going to wipe away all of the powder that I put all over my face except the powder underneath my eyes. Alright, so now we've got our base down. I'm going to be putting on my eyebrows. I'm going to be using the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in Blonde like I always do. Yeah, I still have it. It's been a really long time, but it's still there. And I'm going to be applying it with my really old Maybelline New York angled brush. I've had it for about 5 years, and it does the job, and it's really good. I am making them a bit thicker just because, I don't know, sometimes I like them to look more full, or sometimes I just don't really care and I just kind of fill them in thinner. So that's how they look. I'm going to be brushing them out with the spoolie so they don't look as strong. Now I'm just running a spoolie through them to take away some of the pigment and just to kind of soften them up a little bit. Alright, so the next step for eyeshadow, I'm going to be applying my Urban Decay Primer Potion all over my lids, and I didn't apply powder when I put that powder all over my face. I didn't apply it to my eyelids just because, personally for me, if I do that and then I put like a primer over it or any like cream, it just kind of like turns into like this weird gross texture that's not cute, and your eyeshadows just don't look that great. So there's a tip: don't apply a cream over a powder if you've powdered like a lot, because trust me, it won't look good. And I'm just applying this all over my eyelids. I'm not going to put it on the lower lash line because I don't really want to have, because when I wore this yesterday, I didn't put anything underneath because I didn't really want anything except mascara under there, just because, I don't know, I feel like it looked better when all the eyeshadows were on top. Alright, next I'm going to be defining my eyebrows with an eyeshadow, and I'm going to be using Blanc Type by MAC. I can't really show it to you because it's all crumbled, but it's my favorite eyeshadow from MAC. It's super pigmented, it's pink toned, and it's really brightening, and it's matte, and it's beautiful. So I used that with a number 10 Lou Cornell soft comfort brush. It's like from a arts and crafts store, so you can just go pick this up. It's a paintbrush, but any flat top brush will work. I used this and I grabbed the eyeshadow. I don't know if I think I've shown this in a video before, what I do here, but basically I just run it underneath after I've applied the primer. I run this underneath my eyebrows just to give them extra definition. I know a lot of people like to use concealer to clean it up, and that's cool, but I've tried it and it's just, I don't know. I personally don't like how it goes on me. It just doesn't really work out any of the times that I try. And this, I just find like it's a 2-in-1. You're like highlighting your makeup look, your eye, and you're also defining your eyebrows. So this is not my best work, but we're not going for perfection here. So I just take that and I kind of drag it outwards towards my nose just really lightly, so that it just like doesn't completely stop right there. And then I take my brush and I kind of just pull it down, and then I do a step after this to soften up the eyeshadows more, my highlight more. So after I've just gone in and shaped the eyebrow for the most part, I take the eyeshadow again with a Sephora Pro Airbrush Concealer brush, and it's just like this kind of big, really fluffy synthetic brush from Sephora. And I take the Blanc Type eyeshadow again, and I just put this from brow till kind of where my crease starts. And the reason I do this, and I don't remember how I figured this out or whatever, but a long time ago when I got this eyeshadow, like I don't know how long ago, I was like starting to get into my brows more, and so I was making them more defined and stuff. And then I was like, oh, going along with like the highlight, like defining my brows, I decided that like doing this step, and it works, it helps your eyeshadows blend more, because if you just put like a primer on and then you go straight in with like a crease color, and then if it for some reason has like a sharp edge to it, that primer is not going to let that eyeshadow blend. So if you put a shade, a highlighting shade like all along this region, I find it really just helps blend your eyeshadows, and it makes the step of doing your eyeshadow easier. So that's another tip. Just get like a really good highlighter, get a fluffy brush, whatever, and just like put it here, and then just when you put your crease color, it's just gonna blend way better. And so there you go, that's a tip. So today I'm going to be using my Naked 2 palette. I don't use this very often, but I haven't bought any new makeup like recently at all, or like palettes I mean, just because I want to go through all my eyeshadow palettes and try to use everything, and I know I'm going to be able to do it, but it's going to take a while, so that's why I'm using this palette today. And if you guys haven't seen it for some reason, it's just a very cool toned eyeshadow palette, and it's really pretty. All the colors are really nice. Let's see, what did I use? So, okay. So first, I'm going to take my finger. I'm just going to use my fingers a lot with this, but a couple brushes. First color I'm going to take is Booty Call, and it's this really, really pretty, kind of like sheer, muted highlight, and it's just, it's like kind of like a pinky shade. It's just really perfect for highlighting. If you want like a really subtle highlight, nothing too crazy. So it's a perfect everyday frosted highlight. So I'm going to be taking that same concealer brush and just kind of running it kind of all over. Since I put the highlight color prior to this color, it's not going to go to its full pigmentation, but that's okay because it's just going to add like a really nice sheen. And once I'm done with all my eyes, once I'm done with the whole eye look, when I take off the powder underneath, I'm going to put this color as a highlight for my cheekbones as well. Next, I'm taking a Sonia Kashuk brush, and it's just this kind of fat pencil brush. And I'm taking Booty Call again, and I'm going to be just putting that in the inner corners, just to highlight as well. So I've zoomed you guys in more, so you can see a little bit better. Next, I'm going to be taking the color YDK. We're right there. And it's just this really pretty, it's like a copper toned eyeshadow, but it has some warm hues in it, and it's just really pretty. Yeah, I would say it's a bronze, but like a cool toned bronze. It doesn't have a bunch of orange in it. So I'm going to be really professional and use my fingers, just because when you put eyeshadows on with your fingers and you like swipe them like this, as you can see, they put a ton of product on your eyelid. So as you can see, it applies a bunch of product, especially swiping it. I don't know what it would look like if you pat it, but if you swipe it, it'll definitely put on a bunch of the product. So now I'm going to be taking a Sonia Kashuk brush and just kind of blending that out. And to blend it out even further, I'm going to be taking the color Tease right there, and it's a cool toned taupe color, and I'm just going to be taking this super fluffy brush and just applying it in my crease. Nothing too precise, just because this look doesn't have to be amazingly perfect and defined. It's just something to really fuse out that lid color. Okay, so after that, I'm going to be taking the color Chopper, and I'm going to be taking it on the very tip of my finger, my index finger, like that, and I'm going to rub it on to the center of the lid just to add some more shine. And again, rubbing this on adds more pigmentation. Actually, if you wet this eyeshadow, it would probably it would activate it more and it would be a lot more metallic if you wet a brush or something and put this on. Alright, so since we're done with the main eyeshadow, I'm going to be taking the same brush I used all over my face, and I'm just going to lightly dust away the powder underneath and the extra fallout eyeshadow if it fell into that powder. You know what? I kind of feel like darkening it up a little bit, so I'm going to take the eyeshadow again. I'm going to take, let's see, Busted here. It's like a cool tone dark brown color. I'm going to be taking a MAC 217, and I'm going to apply this on the outer corners a little bit. I don't know. It just looks a little too light. So I'm putting this on the outer corner. I just kind of swirl it around like circles. I go both ways. And then I'm going to bring that into my crease a little bit. And then I'm going to leave that and blend it in a second. Okay, I'm going to go back with the same Sonia Kashuk brush and just blend that out. I'm just going to do this look the way I did it yesterday. And I'm going to apply some Bad Gal Lash. My usual mascara, as you guys know, is the L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black Mascara. But I wanted to make this look a little bit, I don't know, not as bold with the lashes on top, more with the bottom. So this mascara is not as black as my normal one, so that is why I'm applying it. And I recommend, if you have straight, naturally straight eyelashes, like really straight, and you curl them every day and you can't find a mascara that holds the curl, the reason why probably is because if you have a mascara that has a lot of moisture in it, or it's just like really wet, it'll dampen the curl that you gave your eyelashes, just like if you were to curl your hair and you got it wet in the shower, obviously, or you went in the rain and then it just like kind of ruined your hair. That's kind of the same thing. So this mascara, my point is, this mascara is a drier formula, so it'll hold your curl a lot better. And I don't really follow up with this brand, but I don't know if they have any like other colors or anything, but yeah, it's good if you have straight lashes because it'll definitely hold the curl a lot better. And if you're wondering why I'm like talking through this video, is because for some reason I was kind of not really sad, just kind of like confused with like making like a makeup tutorial, because I was watching videos of like when I used to make like, you know, for fun makeup tutorials, just because it was new to me at the time, and I didn't worry about people skipping through my videos because I was talking on. But I'm just talking through this just because, I don't know, I feel like I'm more aware of what I'm doing when I'm talking to the camera. So and I'm not talking nearly as much as I would have because I'm cutting myself back, but yeah, just wanted to let you guys know that. Let's see. Alright, so the eyes are pretty much done. I'll look super pale as I do every day, but since I put a foundation on, it's completely blanked out everything. So I'm going to zoom out here. Whoa, not zoom in. And this is a new camera angle because I used to sit on the floor on an ottoman. I think that's how you pronounce it. I can't tell if I'm focused. Okay, I think I am. And I just wanted to sit on my chair today just because it's more comfortable. Anyways, yeah. So, let's see. First thing, alright, so to bring some color back into my face, I'm going to be using MAC Studio Fix powder in the color C4. And then Real Techniques Duo Fiber Face Brush. The name is wearing off. And I'm taking a darker powder than, like a darker skin tone shade than I am. And it's not too, like, a lot darker, so that's why I like it. Basically, I'm just applying this kind of on the top here, sort of in the contour area. My goal is not to contour. My goal is to add color to my face without making it look like I put, like a ton of gross bronzer and stuff. So yeah, I kind of bring it down to my neck too, but I really like this brush because it doesn't put a ton of product on and it disperses it like really well, so that's why I use this brush. So yeah, if you want like a natural, more natural looking bronze, just like if you want to just look more if you want to look less pale without looking like you put intentionally put bronzer on, get a darker, like 2 or 3 shades darker powder than you, and it'll definitely, I don't know, it's just I haven't been into bronzer lately, so that's why I like using that, because it's not like a lot, it's not too much, it's just like the right amount. Anyways, that's what I gotta say. Next I'm going to be using my MAC blush in Prism. And what brush am I going to use for this today? I'll use my BH Cosmetics. It's actually a blush brush, which is pretty cool. It looks a little dirty, and the fact is, it is. So, I'm going to be using this blush on my cheeks today just because it's a really pretty nude blush, and I think it goes well with this eye look. Actually, this blush could go well with a lot of things. I'm just going to apply that on my cheeks. I'm not going to put it like right here, like the apple. I don't know. I don't really know. Just put it on your cheeks. Just put it wherever you want. Wherever your cheek is, that's where you put the blush. Alright, well the last step is here, and I'm going to be applying a lip gloss. This is Maybelline New York's. It's kind of dirty looking. They came out with this last year. I don't know if they still have them. I'm not really sure what they're called. And I don't know where the color... Wait, what the heck? Where is it? What's the... Oh, it's down here. Well, I can't really see that. Okay, so they came out with these lip glosses last year. They look like lipsticks in this clear packaging, but they're lip glosses, and they're really, really good. They're actually pretty thick, so I'm just going to take some of the product off. And it smells like a... my aunt wears this like Dior perfume, and I really like it, and it smells like that, so... But it's not overpowering. And this is in the color Nude Illusion, so I'm just going to apply that onto my lips. And this applicator is really good because it's kind of like a heart, I don't know, like a raindrop shape, so when you go into these corners, it just like fits perfectly. Okay, that is the completed look. There you go. Oh shoot, the hair is down. Yeah, so this is just a simple, very neutral, pretty, everyday kind of look, and the face is really matte. Oh, I said I was going to apply a highlighter, huh? Well, guess that didn't happen. Yeah, I got my hair cut yesterday actually by my friend's mom, and she was wondering what I did with my my whole face, because she really liked my makeup, so I decided to make a tutorial out of it. So I hope she's watching this, and thank you for the amazing haircut, and I will see you guys next weekend. Bye!